A man shot himself in the front of the White House on Saturday, a law enforcement source told CNN. Secret Service personnel are responding to reports of a person who allegedly suffered a self-inflicted gunshot wound along the north fence line of the White House, the Secret Service tweeted. President Donald Trump and First Lady Melania Trump are at Mar-a-Lago in Florida. Quote, "We are aware of the incident," end quote, Deputy Press Secretary Hogan Gidley said. Quote, "The President has been briefed. I refer you to the Secret Service for any more information," end quote. The Secret Service tweeted an update on the situation moments later. Quote, "No other report injuries related to the incident at the White House," end quote. Secret Service spokeswoman Kathy Milhoan said the incident occurred on the north fence line. The victim suffered a single gunshot wound and Secret Service personnel did not fire any shots. She would not comment on the status of the victim. The agency also tweeted that pedestrian and vehicular traffic around the White House has been affected by the incident. This story is breaking and will be updated. Thanks.
There have been reports of shots fired. It's now just a few minutes after noon here Eastern Time. Let's get right to NBC News' Jeff Bennett. He's joining us from the phone. He's inside the White House. Jeff, what do you know about this?
Hey, Alex, and one of the reasons why I'm on the phone and not in front of a camera is because we're sheltering in place. So the White House briefing room that I think most people would be familiar with, our workspace is directly behind that. So I'm speaking to you from a phone in the White House working space. I can tell you about 20 minutes ago, a Secret Service agent ran into the briefing room and said that we should shelter in place. One of our colleagues, a photographer here, asked why, and the response was shots fired. And then immediately after that, we saw this huge Secret Service presence, officers carrying long guns from the West Wing, taking sort of defensive positions, aiming their guns toward Pennsylvania Avenue. And so we've been in sort of that position ever since. We've not been able to leave. We haven't really received any updates from Secret Service, although we've been asking about particularly, exactly what's going on. So the latest I can tell you is that we're still sheltering in place. We're waiting to learn more about what the specific incident was that sparked all of this. And of course it was just the week before last that there was that woman who drove up from Tennessee and tried to drive through a metal barricade outside the White House perimeter. And in that instance, we didn't have to shelter in place because it happened sort of far outside the White House complex. But in this instance, whatever happened took place so close to the White House itself that we are not allowed to leave or move from our current position, Alex.
Yeah, understandably so. So I just want to let everyone know, Jeff, what we're looking at, of course, to the right is the White House, a typical scene that you would see, and typically Jeff would be in front of that camera there. But otherwise, we're looking at something monitoring the perimeters there.
It looks like we lost connection. Subscribe to the channel. We'll try to keep you updated. Thanks.